What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Hair and Heads podcast. My name is Julio, and I'm joined today by some friends and fellow Inter Miami fans, Dave, Chris, and Jose. And on behalf of the guys, we want to thank you for stopping by the Hair and Heads podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami. We are powered by 786 Sports, and tonight we will be recapping briefly the match against the Philadelphia Union, where Inter Miami somehow squeaked by with a draw. And we will also be previewing tomorrow night's midweek fixture against Montreal. But it's been a bit since we all were live. So how's everyone doing? How's everyone's Memorial Day weekend?
Good. Got a lot of sun. Went to the pool. Ate a lot, and watched Inter Miami suck again and somehow come out with a tie. So that was a rough match to watch overall. It was really, really bad. Messi did his regular magic, which is beautiful free kick, and then Segovia saved it at the very end. This isn't Tata's team of last year that we could do this. They just got very lucky, in my opinion, this week. Last year we were used to seeing us come from behind. This year we just die if we don't go up quick. So can't keep doing that. I don't know if we're back, but it's been a rough one, that's for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we're back, Chris. I would say we're far from it. I think we're just squeaking by, hoping that we somehow remember what we used to be, and it keeps being a very, very boring showing for our Inter Miami club. I'm happy we made it out with a tie, because I feel like we didn't deserve that one.
I agree.
Yeah, it feels like it's kind of early. I know that we're not quite in the midpoint of the season. We're very close, but it feels like this season's on life support, which is crazy to think because of all the people that I know. This is the disconnect between some fans and us. Like, I feel, and I know you do too, Chris, that there's plenty of talent on this team. A lot of people are kind of down on these guys, saying that, oh, they're not as accomplished. That we have the main tier players, which are on the downward turn, and then the up and comers are just not accomplished enough to really perform in this league. But just because they haven't done so in this league, they have pedigree and they have skill. And let's not pretend like every other team in the MLS has some crazy talent and star-studded rosters. Like, this team should be competing. They should be scoring goals, even if you have veterans on this team that are not at their athletic peak. We should be like 3 goals that we had this last match should be attainable on a pretty regular basis. This is something we saw last year. I understand that Suarez isn't there at the level that he was last season, but there's plenty of pieces around this club that should be able to execute. So I don't want to hear that we don't have the talent. That excuse should not be in Mascherano's arsenal. Like, this is a club that needs to be hunting for 3 goals, I feel, every single match.
And if you just look at the stats of this match, obviously we're going to probably dive a little bit deeper now, but if you just look at the stats on paper, you see 3-3, whatever. Philadelphia is the best team in the East right now, and one of the best teams in the MLS. So yeah, you say 3-3 against this team with the form that we've been in. Yeah, it's pretty good. But if you actually watch that match, I mean, it was an ugly 3-3. That was not a 3-3 you want to do. If you want to say we were tied most of the match and going back and forth, they go up 1, then we come back, this and that. But that was not the case, man. This was just poor play from the beginning to the end. The lineup was okay, but Mascherano tried to do the same formation that he did for Orlando, which was a complete mess. He tried to do it again, and I still didn't see anything that I liked from it, to be honest. There's really nothing that I could grasp from that formation that I say, oh, that's why he's doing it and he should continue. There really isn't. I just don't like it.
With the caveat, if you're going to run that formation, put Fagong and Toto together. But he keeps injecting Lujan in places where you feel like that's not the optimal place for him to be. Like, he keeps either putting Lujan and and Noah Allen or Lujan and Toto, like, can you just for once just get the back line right? Like, I understand if you're going to have Jordi Alba up, you need to have Noah Allen playing on the left back. But if you're going to do that, put Toto and Falcon in at center back. They've been your best center backs outside of Noah Allen. So the fact that he can't get the back line right is infuriating. And Frey did start last match, so that was nice. And again, it's just one piece away. You feel like you're one piece away. Stick with your back line. Noah Allen, he did an interview this past week saying that the majority of the issues all season has been basically mental mistakes, and a lot of that happens when you don't have consistency. Just like Jose likes to bring in other sports, I'm going to bring in his favorite position in all of sports, offensive line in football. When you have the same guys playing next to each other day in and day out, you gain familiarity. You know when somebody's going to take chances. You know how somebody else is going to fill in. This is something that we just don't have any kind of continuity in that back line. And if we could just figure out who your best back four or back five are, stick to it. And if you have to sub in every now and then for rest, fine. But that's not what he's doing. He's not injecting Lujan to rest players. He's injecting Lujan just to do it.
The thing is, like, who is our best four back there, Dave? Like, who would you say?
In my opinion, if you're gonna go with just the four in the back, and if Alba's not up in the attack, it's Alba, Noah Allen, Falcon, and Frey. If you're gonna have Alba up in the midfield or in the wing spot, whatever they decide to put him, then you have Noah Allen in the left back, Falcon, Toto, and Frey. I think those are your best bets. But we never see that group. We never see that group.
And yeah, and I think it depends who you're playing against too, because Toto has obviously the size above everybody else in the back line. So you could inject them when you're playing against these bigger teams that you could use that skill set. You could use Noah Allen when you're playing these more athletic, these faster, the pacey guys up front. So you have those two guys to play with, but he refuses to do that, and he continues to put Lujan in there that just gets smoked match after match after match. And I haven't seen one good thing from him all season, and he's played a lot. He's played a lot of minutes so far.
And you better believe the moment he takes Lujan out to have Falcon and Noah Allen at center or Falcon and Toto in the middle, you better believe he takes Frey out and he puts in Chelo. And again, disarray again, because not everybody's – you want a cohesive unit, and you just put your best foot forward. Refuses to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and to that end, to the lack of consistency and familiarity with each other, you look at the first goal, which came off of a corner. They completely lose the Philadelphia player in the box. I think it was Sullivan. And it's just like when you watch it back, there's three Inter Miami defenders that all point at him and sort of like directing the other one to go get him. And then all three of them run at him, but they're way too late. And by the time they get there, he's able to take a touch in the box, turn, and shoot completely open. And like that can't happen 15 yards away from goal. Like it's really amateurish. Like it looks so sloppy. But yeah, it's the lack of consistency, and like no one knows what they're supposed to be doing. I take it all back to Mascherano, which I think you guys are sort of hinting at too, is like he needs to find his best. Like it's his job to find his best defensive lineup, and he hasn't found it yet. And also, it feels like he keeps on shoehorning Lujan in specifically, where it's like what has he shown in matches that sort of lead you to believe that he's one of the top two defensive center backs on our team? Like really nothing.
I have yet to see a moment where I'm like, wow, great job, Lujan. Like that. Those words have not come out of my mouth at any point, and there's been plenty of run. He's gotten starts. He's been the first defender off the bench over players that we'd rather see. So it's not like he's had plenty of opportunity to prove himself, and he just consistently does nothing or is the one at fault.
Yeah, and even on, I think it was the second goal. Like even the second goal, he overruns the attacker from Philadelphia, and instead of just clearing it, I don't know if he was too slow to it, but he had the good positioning to be able to get there first. You would think he doesn't clear it. Philadelphia keeps the play in the box, and then again, it's a second goal, and it's like, 2 plays where he was in position to at least make it more difficult for Philadelphia to score. And it's something that we see consistently with him is these little lapses. And Noah Allen said, like, there's a lack of discipline and consistency in it, right? So it's these lapses that we're almost halfway through the regular season. It's like, what? How have we not gotten into some sort of cadence, some sort of rhythm with these players where you don't have so often these lapses of judgment, of defensive positioning and awareness? Like, it's hard to watch. Like, it was brutal. Like, watching that Philadelphia match, you were there and like, here we go again. It's just like nothing great to write home about. And we had a ton of possession, I think. We dominated in passing, but it's like nothing happens with it. And you look at the shot map from the Philadelphia match, and it's like, with all the passing, with all the possession we still had like 10 fewer shots in them. And all our shots are like very scattered about, where you look at the shot map from Philadelphia and it's like very middle of the penalty box. And you're like, what? How is that possible?
If you look at the defenders, is just looking at defenders, the ones that have played the most right now at 13 matches, we have 3 tied at 13 matches in our defenders. Alba, Noah Allen, and Lujan. That's insane. And if you look at minutes, it follows a similar trend. Those are the top 3 as well, defenders. I mean, I think that's insane. Insane when you have Fagon and you have Toto. They haven't played as much as Lujan, and that just doesn't make any sense to me at all. At all.
I'm gonna throw a lot of stats at you right now.
Oof.
It's bouncing off what you were saying, Julio. 66% possession for us in that game. You also had 2.78 xG. You're talking about their shot map. Yeah, 2.78 xG for Philly, 1.3 for us. And when you look at that shot map, you'll notice, like, I think it was like 15 or 16 that were inside of the box for Philly. I think we only had like 8. That makes it a lot harder to win. Straight up, you can have the best keeper in the world. It ain't gonna stop that.
And it's crazy because, like, even we again, with all the possession we have, it's not like we're even attempting shots from outside the box. Like, we may have 1 or 2 that are in the run of play, because I'm not counting, obviously, like Messi's free kick. Obviously, that was a shot from outside the box, but like we don't test the goalkeeper from distance. And I feel like that's been a problem for a couple of years now. And I wish we would. I wish we would, because I feel like it keeps the defense honest, because right now they know that we're going to try to make a bunch of intricate passes to enter the box. And again, like, even though we had so much possession, so many passes, Philadelphia had more touches in our box than we had in the Philadelphia box, because they're able to just keep everything pushed out to the sides, and we don't generate anything from there. We don't generate any dangerous chances from distance. So it's like, I don't know how that doesn't like ring a bunch of alarms in Mascherano's head to be like, hey, yeah, like, if you have space, let it rip.
Yeah, it's just the same questions. I feel like we're just broken records every match. It's the same questions not being answered, and yeah, I don't know. Mascherano keeps giving the same kind of answers in the press conferences, same excuses. This week he gave a little bit more of a lively answer of "this is shit, this is all shit" or something like that along the lines. But I mean, talk is cheap at the end of the day, right?
I would say two out of 3 goals were outside of the box. Just keep in mind, it's like what teams are giving us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
but
we have to take.
But we should take those. Exactly,
Yeah,
we should take those.
It's the first time I see us more actively taking them. It felt, like it was. We were open on that one for Segovia, right? He did a great job.
A great take.
Yeah, it's a great take. I mean, that's what we want out of him, right? I didn't think he had it in, to be honest.
That felt more of a desperation. It was more of a desperation heave too. You feel if that happened in the 80th minute, in the 60th minute, at any other point in the game, I don't think he takes that shot.
Well, Messi was relatively close to him, because in the build-up, Messi sort of dribbled through a player. The ball got away from Messi. Segovia picked it up. I feel like again, like you're saying, Dave, like if it wasn't extra time of 90 plus, he probably would have tried to play it back to Messi somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the moment and knowing that time was winding down, like he just ripped it. And
But
we have
screw the-
players.
Yeah, it's like screw the moment. I would,
Yeah.
if I'm Mascherano, I just put that on replay. Look at this. This has happened several times this season. You guys, if you have the damn shot, take it. Because that I know that the extra pass usually is the right play. But when everyone and their mothers is expecting the extra pass, especially when you know it's going to Messi, take the shot. Nobody is scared of anybody else. Take the shot. And look, good things happen.
Because it becomes not the smart play, right? Like when the defense is expecting it, it becomes the least dangerous play because they're just anticipating the pass. And more often than not, we've seen it over and over the last month and a half, 2 months, that pass gets intercepted or it doesn't end up being nearly as dangerous or efficient as it otherwise would be. But yeah, I mean, it was great to see Messi put a free kick on frame too, because it's been a while. He's been hitting the wall a lot. Or just being just off target, we saw a couple times. So it was great to see. I mean, obviously for obvious reasons, it was great to see him hit the goal.
Just beautifully hit.
And those extra passes, they're the right play when it's done tactically, when it's done for a purpose, not just to get it to the person just because. And for some reason, I don't see any tactics or any reasoning when I'm watching Inter Miami play right now. It's kind of just dribble up, pass it to the middle, kind of, and then nothing happens, and they get the ball taken away. Lots of possession, but nothing really happens, and then we get burned on a counter or something like that. That's really what every Inter Miami game is right now, and there's just no rhyme or reason to why they're attacking or where they're attacking. I just haven't seen that, and I think I mentioned it or someone mentioned it in our Discord during the game as well. It's just like there's nothing happening, nothing happens.
By the way, I got to give a huge shout out to our Discord, which has been so lively, even in this time of just really bad product on the pitch for Inter Miami. So if you guys haven't joined our Discord already, there's a link in the description. Also, I don't think I gave a shout out to our Chief Heron Heads, but shout out to Chow and Mari V. Thank you for your generous support. There's a link to our Patreon also in the description. But yeah, the Discord has been awesome, and it's been helping keep the vibes playful and positive, despite the product on the pitch being kind of lackluster. So appreciate everyone that is a part of that community. And that's been a lot of fun. So yeah, something's got to change. And I forget which match it was earlier this season, but there was a particular match where we were doing not just crosses from out wide, but doing crosses from sort of like the shoulder zones and creating different angles.
That was the match that we had in 09.
Yeah, but it's just like it felt so much more dangerous.
Yeah.
And right now, Chris, you were sort of alluding to it. It's like, if you do the same thing over and over, like it's not the smart play anymore because the defense expects it. So if you're not keeping them honest by having different angles of attack, it's going to look how it looks for Inter Miami right now. Like they're just expecting you to overpass, look for Messi, and they'll just steal it. I mean, we've seen the last few matches that Messi gets the ball towards the top of the box, and there's like 5 opposing team's player around him, and it's like that's not the right play. But it's the only play that we're doing, and it's like banging your head on the wall.
I mean, it's hard to not when you have Messi on your team, but they're force feeding him. So when he's playing that right wing spot, kind of roaming, that's what they tend to do. And then that game they were talking about that they were just firing it in from the wings, Messi was the false 9 that day. So guess what they're trying to do? They're just trying to fire it into Messi. And it's Mascherano has to. I mean, there's no one else to blame at this point. When all the tactics are crap, you have to blame Mascherano. It's like, man, just figure something out. That's a fun idea, firing it in like that. When you have maybe Suarez is in there, or Obando, or even Allende, but none of these guys. None of these guys were in there, and that's the day they decided to go with that tactic, and we haven't seen it since.
Yeah. Do you guys think Mascherano would have been fired if we lost?
I would have loved to imagine that, but I don't think so.
I really don't think he's going to get fired anytime soon.
I don't see how. I don't see how they do that before the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
And did you hear his
Which
comments?
is funny. Other teams do, and they are doing that, but
Yeah. But did
No.
you hear Mascherano's comments? They asked him about possible signings before the Club World Cup, and he's like, I don't know, it's kind of complicated. I don't think there's enough time to bring anybody in. They feel good about the players they have in the house. Like they're watching this product that we're watching, and they're saying this is gonna.
Did you hear his answer on Suarez?
Yeah.
So they asked him about Luis Suarez and his poor run of form, and he made it seem like it's coming from above him as to why Suarez is getting so much playing time, which I thought was such an interesting answer. It's like not unexpected that he's not pulling the strings, but to hear it's coming from above and not necessarily from Messi.
I mean, Messi might be above.
It's true. In the hierarchy of things, I would definitely place Messi above Mascherano. But I just thought it was a very interesting answer. It's almost like the inexperience of coached speak, right? Like not knowing how to answer the question in a way that's just veiled enough. And he sort of lifted the curtain a little bit there. And I thought that was a really interesting thing to hear him admit to. But again, like we go back to the same questions of then why even bring in Obando just to have a meat bag to throw out there when Suarez really can't go?
That's why the above statement doesn't really make it doesn't hold a lot of water in my eyes, because if you feel so good about Suarez playing all the time, then why go out? Why was your front office going out and hunting for Obando? Like it wasn't easy to get Obando. It was kind of a mission to get this guy over here. Yet they jumped through all the hoops. They finally get him on loan from Atletico de Madrid. And then they rarely use him, and when they do, it's out of position. I don't understand.
It's bizarre.
I don't understand.
It's bizarre. So I don't want to be completely negative. The goals we scored were all three really good goals.
Mm-hmm.
The Allende header from Noah Allen, great cross from Noah Allen, great positioning from Allende to head it home. I don't know if Jose considers that one a backboard one, but Allende was pretty point blank by the time I got to him.
That was good. That was good all around. I think it's great to see Allende kind of getting his groove back a little bit. The last few games, I've noticed a little bit of an uptick just in his play with the guys. Him and the Segovia sub, I thought proved that obviously it was a difference, but it's good that those guys are getting back into it, because when we were very good, those guys were very good, and we can't do what we want to do without those guys. Ultimately, their upside is high, and we don't have a lot of young guys that are flourishing under our system right now, and they are, hopefully. Well, I mean they're not. I don't know.
They're the young guys in those spots that have the most talent. They have to flourish. If they're not flourishing, we're going to be in trouble in any level of competition.
Yeah, I'm not ready to say that they're flourishing. They're not flourishing.
There's some green.
It seems like they're heading in the positive direction as of the last few matches. In the last few matches, yes.
I mean, and hats off to Segovia, because he hasn't scored, what was it, 10 matches it felt like he hadn't scored?
I think it was like 2.5 months or something.
Yeah, he hadn't scored in ages.
And he had a goal called offside.
I felt so bad. I even wrote in the Discord, I'm like, I feel so bad for Segovia. People are crushing me. Like, why do you feel bad for him? I'm like, dude, this kid is trying his hardest out there. Like, there's no lack of hustle from Segovia, too. Like, I'm not seeing him just walking around the pitch and sulking and even complaining to the level of some of these other guys. Like, he's legitimately going after it. And yeah, he's used to being a scorer, and he's not getting the opportunities, also playing out of position. So when he had that one called back, I felt really, really bad. And then seeing him just fire at the end there, man, that not only did it feel good to equalize, but it felt good. Like maybe it's just a monkey off his back. Okay, I'm back on the board. Maybe he just needed to see the ball hit the back of the net. Now he's ready to go.
Yeah, he did get called up to his national team for upcoming qualifiers.
Incoming injury.
So congrats to him.
Well, it's like we get a little bit going on our end, on our team, and then whoop-de-doo, he goes to another team, and then he gets derailed again, and then all of a sudden we got
maybe it's a Gomez situation where he goes to his national team. catches fire, and then we sell him to the
Or-
Premier League. And then guess what?
or-
That we're back in this monkey wrench business again, and we have nobody to replace him with.
Or it's a Kramaski situation. He was doing pretty well. Then he goes to the national team and whoop.
And Drake.
Now he's going to Juventus all of a sudden.
It happened to Drake too. It's the American team that's one team
another
that's
one, too.
even more lost than
There's
Inter
another one
Miami.
too that he it was this year. He was doing pretty well, and I felt like somebody went somewhere and fell off the map. But it could be the whole team pretty much.
Robert
you know.
Taylor.
Exactly. That's why. That is why.
This is something good to note as well. Yannick Bright did get injured in the first half, if I'm not mistaken. It seemed like he pulled a hamstring. I haven't seen any updates from training, so I'm not sure if I doubt we'll see him tomorrow.
I have a did you know on Yannick Bright, and you guys might know it, but it was news to me. Did you know that Yannick Bright?
Wait, is it? Did you know if we know? If we knew?
Did you know that Yannick Bright? Yeah, seriously. Red card for Jose. Did you know that Yannick Bright is Italian?
Oh God, really, dude?
Jose didn't know.
I did not know that either.
Boom.
No?
Oh my god.
I didn't know that.
I'm the only one that knew.
Well, he was born in Milan.
Yeah.
Played a young soccer leagues over there, and then came to the States for college.
Yep.
Alex Wembley posted a picture of some guy in like Disneyland with a Yannick Bright jersey, and she said something to the effect of the Italian midfielders taking over, and then I think all the comments were like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And yeah, I looked him up. I did a little wiki. Yeah, his mom's Italian, his dad's Ivorian, and he was born in Milan. How about that?
It's a good did you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
Except if you're Chris, it's like I did know.
I thought everyone knew that, so I'm very shocked. Did you know that not everyone
Follow
knew
at the Hairheads for more great content.
So we're gonna talk about man of the match.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
And now it's time for Jose's most and least of the match, presented by SofaScore.
I guess it is time for man of
I
the
guess
match.
it's time.
Well, who do you guys got? Man of the match in this up and down game, mostly down. But then tied.
Messi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Messi. 7.6.
Segovia. Segovia scored. He didn't play enough.
Exactly.
Allende
I would have said no Allen, but they scored 3 goals against them, so there's no chance.
There was no out. Wrong. Messi 7.6. Segovia would have been the one I would have accepted as an answer, but it was unacceptable because he was 7.3 for Segovia. He had himself a little fun game coming in, doing his thing and just tying the ball game. How about that?
How about that?
So Messi only had a 7.6. It's pretty
just
low.
a 7.6. That's why it's funny how like crap the whole game was. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody's scores were terrible. Speaking of least of the match, who you guys got?
Oh, it's got to be a
Lujan.
defender.
Either Lujan or what's his face, Ustadi.
Wrong both. Go ahead.
I thought Allen's going to be boosted a little bit because of his assist, so I'm going to go Frey.
Oh, God, not Frey. Please, not Frey. Frey was the least of the match. Last match.
Your boy got a yellow, and it tore him down, tore him apart.
Oh, I have a comment about yellow cards after you're done, Jose.
I would love to hear it because terrible showing for your boy. He made Cello look good. I don't know what to tell you.
No, I don't know.
Figure it out.
That's
All
a
of a sudden,
stretch.
Cello's there sitting like that, going like that. Saying, you see, Mascara, you see, look at this guy, terrible.
Just like that.
So what I wanted to say about the yellow cards is I noticed as I was watching back the highlights is that when I believe it was when Messi scored the free kick, Suarez goes to get the ball from the net and a Philadelphia Union player had the ball in his hands. Normally he would like tackle the guy to get the ball back, but he actually stops and like politely asked him for the ball. And I was like, whoa, I had to double check. I was like, was he on a yellow already? But he wasn't.
Suarez?
No,
Suarez is one yellow card away from being eliminated the next match. That's what it is.
I was shocked with his courtesy.
I think we were all on the Discord just dying for Suarez to get a yellow card. Just
Who is
dying.
it? Suarez and someone else is one away, isn't it? Isn't it?
Suarez is licking his chops to play against Montreal, which we'll get into shortly. But
He's gonna get that.
I was very surprised during the Montreal match.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure. He's like, you can't kick me out with a yellow. Boom.
Least of the game, first time, is Rick 5.8, the goalie, the goalkeeper. How about that?
Wait, what?
Huh?
Least of the game from the whole game.
Oh, from both teams, you mean?
Since Swindler
Oh,
do
wait,
both
I'm very
teams.
confused.
Andrew Rick, the goalkeeper for the Philadelphia Union.
Okay.
That's the goalkeeper. I
his
know the guy as a
save-
goalkeeper. Why are you confused?
I didn't know what you were talking about.
5.8. Figure it out.
his expected goal differential was over -1, or I guess less than -1.
Yeah.
It was like
So-
he should have saved at least
Way
one
more.
half more goals than he did.
Which one was he supposed to save?
I don't know.
The three shots were.
I mean,
legitimate
let me say, the Messi goal was great, but he was on that side of the goal.
Yeah.
Like we would have
It-
ripped apart Ustadi if he
It
allowed
was
that goal.
unstoppable. The
I
problem,
agree.
that ball was a medicine ball on the way
I
over there.
totally
He
agree.
was never
And
going to
Suarez was also shielding his line of vision a little bit. We would have ripped Drake or Ustadi or any goalkeeper on our team if they allowed that, given that he was positioned on the side that it went in.
And he got a hand on it.
I will say, if Messi was playing against us, I wouldn't be ripping anybody for anything for that.
A Messi own goal?
What? No,
If Messi scored on us.
no. I'm saying like if we didn't have Messi on our team, jackass.
Be ripping Messi.
If it was a Messi on goal, it's definitely Drake's fault. Are you kidding me?
It's like, why is Messi taking a free kick from Mara? No, what are you doing?
He's had enough. He's tired of Mascherano. He's tired
right.
of everybody.
This ends now.
Jose Mike V wants to know why we're talking about the other team.
Yeah,
You're confusing the audience, Jose.
we're all confused, and then
Well,
Jose has
goals.
the
I
goal.
was
to say,
asked-
why don't you understand?
I was asked by
By who?
by Samreen. Samreen asked, "Well, I want to know the least of the game, the whole game, because least of the match. I'm talking about Inter Miami. Least of the game. I mean,
The match and the game are two different things.
totally different things. Unless it's us. Unless our guys suck the whole time.
Very nice. Well, let's talk about the least of the East, because that
Which-
would be the
Which
title.
did you know? Robert Taylor averaged least of the game all the time.
Is
I
that
don't
a
think that's
fact?
true.
It's debatable.
That is very debatable. Someone's going to fact check. The least of the East is coming up for Inter Miami tomorrow in Montreal. They are the worst team in the conference, and I think tied for the worst in the entire league. But
Are you guys nervous about this?
no, this to me, it's a win-win. Inter Miami either win or they get embarrassed and it's mash out.
That's true. This is true.
No, it's never gonna be much out. You're gonna fire him right before Club World Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, disaster.
I mean, it's already a disaster. So.
I think if we're looking for dominoes here, lose to these bums, domino number one. Get embarrassed in each of the three matches in the Club World Cup, maybe mash out by the end of it. But I think it has to be those 4 consecutive embarrassing losses.
And we also have Columbus on Saturday. So
Yeah, I was
that's
going to
gonna be
say
embarrassing.
I forgot about that one.
this Montreal match
5 embarrassing losses.
it is the perfect match to have, having been in a bad run of form, heading into one of the biggest matches of the season.
Is Columbus
So
here or there?
It says here. We already beat them there.
Mhm.
How did we do that?
That's right. That's right.
They're
Clean
currently
sheet, no
second-
less.
They're currently second least of the league. How about
There
that?
you go.
It was back when Ustadi was a spring chicken.
Yeah.
That's right.
But I think it's the perfect match to have heading into a big game like that, where hopefully you can find some rhythm. Hopefully some of these players can see the ball hitting the back of the net like whether it's Suarez. I wonder how much rotation Mascherano actually does tomorrow, because he's been really bad, in my opinion, about rotating players. He seems to just like stick to starting everyone and playing them way longer than they should. But it would be really cool to see Obando get out there. It would be nice to see Falcon and Allen. I wouldn't mind throwing Cello just so he can get some run. Hopefully, at the big game we get Frey.
We're getting false nine Messi.
I don't even know.
No strikers.
I don't even know what rotation looks like for Mascherano at this point. That guy just has a hodgepodge of players out there all the time, any given match, and I have no idea what's his starting 11 and what's his rotational pieces, and I just don't know. I have no idea.
I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to put Prince in the Mukhtar doghouse. That's what we need to do, because that guy is doing the only thing in that other Montreal team. He leads them with goals and assists, 4 and 2, respectively. And that's the guy that's gonna try and take it from us. So we gotta put him in that little doghouse and not hear a peep from him, and then we'll be pretty good. We're playing a pretty bad team, guys. It's right now. Their last 10 games, they're 1-5-4, averaging 0.8 goals per game. Like,
they have 10 goals on the season.
I mean,
because they haven't played against our defense.
This is a get right game.
Correct.
Or a get out of Dodge game for my shit.
We can win 4-1, and I'm still like, we're not back. That's where I'm at with them, with like this team. And the last time that I felt like the last time that we were as a community just very excited to see a game where we can like throttle the other team, I feel like we didn't win. I don't remember the game it was, but I think I feel like I've been here and I've already been let down.
Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
I'll think about which game it was.
Think about it. They actually have more goals allowed than us by 1. And they're tied for the fewest goals scored in the league with Austin. So, yeah, I'm expecting
this a chance.
I'm saying we might make a little noise tomorrow against Montreal.
It's just Vegas agrees with us. You want to hear the betting odds on this game? Minus 230 Miami. So it's not even a fun bet. We can't even have fun.
Goals to be scored.
If you
bet on Montreal.
3.5 the over-under on goals. Plus 379 draw. That's fun. We've been doing that a lot lately.
It's not fun.
That would be miserable. Imagine Imagine we somehow emerge tomorrow with a 0-0 draw.
Get me out of here.
That would be the last straw.
The under on the goals and draw. What an amazing bet that would be.
Nightmare. Nightmare.
Okay, but do you see that happening? Do you see that kind of like being a possibility?
With the way our defense has been playing, totally.
Wait, well,
a 0-0 and a 1-1 draw? No, I don't. But I could see like a 3-3, like crazy, like Montreal hasn't scored 3 since 1983.
It's a shootout.
Well, then the under's not. Then my bet will be blown.
Oh, sorry, Jose.
I'm saying, do you see it possible to do under 3.5?
No,
actually, no. So over 3.5 for sure, and then maybe a draw. That's fun.
Why is that your prediction that we're gonna draw with Montreal?
No. I have literally no. You guys have confidence in this game? Like I understand that we're playing a crappy team.
Yes.
Do you have confidence for real?
Yes.
You have to. If you don't have confidence going against a team this bad,
yes, correct.
What are we doing?
Correct.
I mean, that's my question. What are we doing? Because I don't have confidence. I do not have confidence that we're going to win. What leads you to believe that we will? What leads you to believe that we will?
You know, tied against the best team in the East.
Barely.
Okay.
You know what game I was curious because I know there was one and I looked it up. What game you're talking about, Jose? That you were let down is the Dallas game. We lost 4-3 and we were supposed to smoke them.
That one.
And that's when kind of the downturn started, and then
that's the game. That's the game.
Yeah.
So this could be a turning point in the sense of we get into a game.
Yeah.
A game that we're supposed to throttle the other team, and we do what we're supposed to do. We've always, under the Messi era, we've always done what we're supposed to do, right? We beat the bad teams, and now we always beat the bad teams unless he's not playing, unless 95% of the team is on international duty, And even when that happened last year, we somehow did better. I don't know.
That's when we went on a run.
So,
Well, the
you
guy
know,
who propelled that is gone. Gressel. He's out.
No, te meant Tata.
yeah, I did have a campana.
Him too. Him too.
And then plus 505 for Montreal to win.
Just put like $5 on that.
Tickets to go to the game that everybody's highly anticipating that we're gonna win in Toronto and Messi's gonna do great.
$25.
$25.
Oh wow.
Nailed it.
That's
Dave
just a
Stradamus in full swing right here.
That's just at $26, just to be
I
different.
mean, I would still be thrilled with my guess.
That makes sense. Midweek fixture against a team that does not have a huge following down here.
I can't take credit. Somebody offered me tickets for $25, and I said no. I can't do it. Midweek fixture? Are you kidding me? It's impossible.
It is
I
very
wish the stadium was built in Miami already.
Oh,
Oh no, if it
So
was
much
here, I'd
easier.
go on a heartbeat.
It would be so much easier to get there, man.
so much
After
easier.
work, picking up my
For
kid from school.
$25, you kidding me?
going
For
over there?
$25 to see this team, I would definitely do it. So if it's
Yeah.
right there,
Yeah.
to drive an hour and a half to chase.
Oh, after work.
Ugh.
it's grueling.
After work, after picking up your kid from school, like
Probably raining.
It has been raining.
Why not?
Hot, humid.
Ugh.
Who has the time?
all of our great supporters.
That's right. That's right. La
Well,
Familia.
they're great
La
supporters.
Familia has the time.
They may have a
Love them.
tifo waiting for a certain.
The mash
Manager.
out tifo. Is that actually
Yeah.
happening?
I mean, I saw it. So they posted it, so they
If it's on the
it.
internet.
It has to be true.
What is it?
It's a Mascherano out tifo.
What is I was like, what is it?
It's only been all over the Discord. And
We don't want to ruin it for Mascherano, who is an avid listener of the Heron Heads.
Oh, okay. I was
No,
like,
he's an
put it
avid
on.
watcher of the Heron Heads. He doesn't listen to us.
Oh,
That's
right,
I wonder.
right,
I wonder if the team caught wind of that, since they obviously work together with the supporter groups. If they
That's
kinda
always what I
say,
think.
hey,
How do they
relax.
get that in the stadium?
Clubs usually have to okay tifos
Yeah,
that are
so-
large scale, which is
That's why
why I think Arsenal wasn't allowed to bring a tifo into their Champions League match for some reason.
Oh, here we go.
on standby.
It's outside of the stadium when
Just
they
waiting.
exit.
Someone's gonna fold it really, really tiny and put it in their purse.
Just add water.
What is it? You can't
Just wrap
fold,
it around
you can't
like
fold
saran
anything
wrap.
more than 17 times. Is that what it is? They're gonna figure it out.
Just wrap it around your body and with SRAM wrap. You know,
Say it's a sweater.
they'll never know.
That's
Whatever.
right. What are they gonna
They'll
say?
never know. Why are they gonna? Why would they know?
Stop body shaming me.
All right, so should we do some predictions here? Is Dave Stradamus in the building? Is Peluca in the building tonight?
You know how badly I want to say no.
We really need to get a Peluca thing.
Is this better? I think this might be better.
It's fine.
You look like a Trey Young that has better hair.
This is true.
I love how your hair kind of just matches.
It
and just-
blends in.
It's
It's
ridiculous.
mine.
We don't know where the Peluca starts and where Dave's hair starts.
All right. I'm not like Jose. I'm not a coward. I think that we go into this match. We should win this match. We will win this match. And I don't think it's going to be close either. I think it's going to be a 3-1 victory, but a comfortable 3-1. Not one of these that they score early or it's 1-1 for a long time. We're going to score a couple goals before they answer us. We might even score 3 and they might get a late goal, but it's going to be a 3-1 cruising victory. And Mash lives to see another day.
You go, Chris.
Okay. Although I'm not confident in this team right now, Montreal is not good. So there's no way that I could predict a draw or a loss to them. But I'm going to go with an ugly 2-0 win. We're going to get a clean sheet, but it's not going to be, it's going to be nicer on stats on paper than what it actually was. I think it's going to be similar how we kind of squeaked out these goals against Philadelphia. They're just going to happen to go into the goal begrudgingly, and we're going to get 2-0 win. But I don't think it's going to be a pretty match by any means.
begrudgingly. You thought those goals against Philadelphia happened to go in? Those were some nice strikes. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Give me those. If those are the 2 goals that we score and we get a clean sheet, I think it's a fantastic game.
Well, if we do it the rest of the year, then it's going to be a fantastic year.
That's
They
right.
lost-
I mean, how far you want to go? How far
If
you
we
want to
do
take
that
this?
every match in the Club World Cup, fantastic Club World Cup.
If
I mean,
Segovia every single game hits an out of the box goal, I mean, what are we doing here?
If every ball just happens to bounce in front of Segovia's feet after hitting a defender, and if every wall is messed up in front of Messi and he scores,
I love this comment by Sam Marine. I imagine Mash listening to the podcast, writing tactics, wakes up in the morning, looks at his notes and says, "Nah, I'm gonna take a risk." Yeah, that's what happens. That's the problem. What we should do is just opposite day his ass and just say the opposite of what we want to see out there, and then maybe, just maybe, we're gonna see the people that we want to see.
We love Cello, we love Lujan.
This Falcon wig is making me crazy.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah. So I'm predicting a 3-2 bang it out, just like more goals than Montreal's ever had kind of game, but we still just happen to edge them out 3-2. So Miami wins. So take the over on the 3.5 goals. Take the Inter Miami win. Not much to risk there. -230, not fun, but still fun when you parlay it. Maybe get put a Messi goal in. I feel like he's due for more. He seems pissed off all the time. He's looking for more. Yeah, that's a pretty good bet right there.
I'm gonna go 4-1 Inter Miami. I also think there's just going to be a lot of goals, and there's no way we keep a clean sheet because we are incapable lately. I wouldn't be surprised, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Now, I will say the reason why I'm very like, I'm very bearish. Like I don't think I've seen the level that they had in the beginning of the year where everybody just knew where the ball was going to go and just it was a constant like beautiful rotation of the ball up until hitting the back of the net. I didn't see a lot of those like perfect connections. I haven't seen that lately, and I don't know if maybe playing a weaker opponent we'll see a little bit of that. Like I don't know how many people here have seen the Panthers, but there gets to be a point, and the Panthers are a Stanley Cup champion, right? And they're doing it all over again now, and you see it when they get into a zone. There's nothing that's going to stop those guys from scoring. It just is what it is. And you all know when you watch because you're like, these guys, they don't let them have eyes in the back of their head. They know exactly where every guy is on the ice. They know exactly where everyone's going to be, where they are, where they're going to be. And it's just clockwork. I don't see that with Inter Miami right now. And they don't put the fear of God into anybody right now. So, where a championship level team will. So they got to find that. And until I see that, I'm not going to be confident. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we saw early in the year, which is funny. We're in championship form in the early part of the season where everybody was scared to death of us. But we've lost that.
Yeah, I think that's the piece that's missing, Jose, is when you have all the possession, you have so many good, clean passes that don't go anywhere. Like you wish those would be more, they'd be more like positive thinking, more forward thinking, that it really puts the pressure where you feel like the goal's just coming. You feel like it's just a matter of time, because that's what it is when you watch the Panthers, sort of riff off of what you were saying. Like you feel like it's just a matter of time before the goal comes. And with Inter Miami, you just feel like it's a toothless attack. Like it just goes side to side, and there's never any bite to match the bark.
I can predict when a goal is coming on us. That I can predict.
Yeah,
you
feel the pressure.
You see the lackadaisical defense. You just see the opportunities that are coming. You're like, all right, there's no way this guy, the dam's gonna break. It's gonna break. And I see that more often than I see, we're putting this ball in the back of the net. We're gonna do that. No, I don't see that at all.
Yeah, I totally agree. But if there's ever a get right game, this is as good an opportunity as possible for Inter Miami. So it couldn't have come at a better time, I don't think. So with that,
rumors and miscellaneous news.
No big deal. Inter Miami is going to sign Cristiano Ronaldo,
right?
And Luka Modric,
right? And Di Maria. So
and
just that.
Yeah.
And Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi have founded a extracurricular
Fourth
team.
division Uruguayan club they have founded.
They're trying to be
Congrats.
Wrexham.
Except they didn't. They just created a
Just
club.
made it.
They just
Wrexham
made it.
existed.
We should do that. Heron Heads FC
Should.
in the third division of American U.S. soccer.
All right, just join the Patreon.
That's right.
I will figure it out.
I'm putting together a team.
Crowdsourcing begins tonight.
So yeah. Any other closing statements? We'll be live tomorrow night after the match. So any residual thoughts here we can cover tomorrow night. But with that said, thank you guys for tuning into the Heron Heads podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami, powered by 786 Sports. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night after hopefully a more definitive Inter Miami performance, a more positive Inter Miami performance than what we've seen lately. So thank you to everyone who's been hanging out in the YouTube live. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good one.
Thank you.